Everybody Loves Mickey is the 7th episode of Disney's House of Mouse, and in this one, Donald is once again fed up of being second to Mickey Mouse, and that's second at best. Let's face it, Minnie Mouse is often second. So he decides to become friends with Mortimer Mouse, and having Mortimer Mouse and Donald Duck both, in theory, working against Mickey Mouse, not so certain Mickey Mouse has got enough power behind him to stand up against the two. Just who will come out top by the end of this episode. I quite like Mortimer Mouse. I think Mortimer's a really fascinating character who is not really utilised as much these days. But he's definitely a strong frenemy, I guess, of Mickey Mouse. I would say a character like Pete, certainly in Disney's House of Mouse. Pete is definitely an enemy. Mortimer Mouse definitely blurs those lines between friend and enemy a little bit. And I thought Donald's behaviour in this was really interesting. There were no real interactions with other Disney characters that I thought were particularly fascinating. Sometimes some of the episodes brilliantly utilise other Disney characters, and sometimes not so much, and this one kind of falls into that category for me. But it doesn't mean it was a bad episode. We also have 3 cartoons here. The first is Mickey's Rival Returns, the second, Mickey to the Rescue Train Tracks, and the third, Donald's Failed Fourth. Mickey's Rival Returns is interesting enough. Basically, Mickey and Mortimer battle it out in various ways to win Minnie Mouse. The second one is a very brief short where Mickey has to go to Minnie's rescue. And the third, Donald's Failed Fourth, Donald tries to give Daisy a romantic evening, a romantic date. Things don't necessarily go to plan. I will talk more about each of those in turn separately, but generally I thought all 3 of them were very solid, very good, really interesting, great displays of the characters. So in all, Everybody Loves Mickey is a really solid episode. It's not one of my favourites. It's not one of the most creative either. I feel like they could have used some of the other Disney characters a little bit more effectively, but the segments that were in this definitely, they were definitely woven together really nicely, and it was a nice little package. Everybody Loves Mickey is not my favourite, but there are some that I really love. This one, I quite liked a lot. Very well done. Not perfect, but still a pretty solid episode.